Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shay. Here on the Sunshine channel, we do a lot of tarot videos and soul care videos to help us navigate this thing we call life and shine a little light. Today's video is going to be your March 2020 tarot prediction. I'm going to go ahead and hop right in for the Zodiac signs. Hey Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and hop right in. You're searching for something and you're trying to get out of your normal predicament by doing something that you either wouldn't normally do or you don't do often. So upon pulling your cards, we got the Message of Water in reverse, the Ten of Fire in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Water. And so when I look at your cards, immediately I think that you may have felt like, because I don't think that you actually have, you may have felt like you failed recently or something's not going your way. That could be a relationship, that could be a job, that could be life. You know, you just could in general feel stuck in your life. And I feel like you might be going about things in a kind of sporadic way. You may be doing things that make you feel better, but you may not actually feel better. You are searching for something or using things to make you feel better and avoiding doing the work that you know you're supposed to do in order to get over something. And this could just be triggered by the fact that you did fail at something recently, and you just may be like, okay, it's time to get out of my head. I feel like a lot of you might be traveling, changing your home, doing these different things, maybe even just trying to search from within and see the beauty within yourself, but it's not quite translating. Now I feel like you're being encouraged to go back to what it is you know that you need to do. Go back to whatever work that you know needs to be done internally in order to get that feeling that you're reaching at, if that makes any sense for any of you. I think you think that you're going to get what you're looking for externally from others or from a certain amount of money or a certain job or whatever, but you're not considering that you actually won't achieve any of this until you do what you are called to do, whether that's your life purpose, whether that's in, healing yourself, whether that's spending some time, really meditating on what it is you want your next steps to be. Like, there's something that only you know that you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing right now. And this card, a Message from Fire, calls for you to do that. But there is some positive upsides in March. I see that you may be traveling, you may be, getting in contact with people who are on the same page as you. I see a lot of good communication, and I really don't want you guys to take that as romantic. I feel like this may just be people who trigger some sort of motivation in you, so it may not be romantic. And again, you could meet some people who you're romantically interested in, but I don't think that is what those cards signify. I really think you're just going to be getting in the room with people who are going to help progress you forward. So I pulled your clarifying cards to see what else is there. And you did get Abundance Mindset, Quiet Retreat, Unlimited Ideas, and Partnership. Immediately when I saw Abundance Mindset and then the Seven of Water, like, you see how that he's cloudy and he has all of this like negative black aura around him. I feel like you guys may be in your head a lot or feeling very negative about other people or people not meeting up to your expectations. And I feel like this card always signifies that you might be asking a lot out of people than what you actually are giving. And I feel like when the abundance mindset comes up with it, it makes me think that you are always thinking about what's lacking and never really considering what it is that you have and what you can get, what you deserve, like actually attracting those things to you instead of having this whole like, oh, I'm not going to, people aren't meeting up my expectations. I'm not going to have enough money. Or think abundantly. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Okay, and then I got Quiet Retreat, which also makes me feel as though that is kind of what you're needing. Maybe that's what you've been searching for. Maybe that's why you've been trying to get away and travel and do these different things, and so you can actually clear your mind. So this is a call for you to actually do so if that's been on your mind for some of you. Unlimited Ideas and Partnerships. Again, these two cards reminded me of the Two of Air and the Earth card. The two of Air, I mean, it can signify love, don't get me wrong, but remember, air is significant to the thought process, to the mind. And I think that when I see the Two of Air, I see partnerships. I see people coming together who have the same mindset. Great minds think alike. You know, we say that a lot. So I feel like when I saw unlimited ideas and partnership, it made me instantly think that you may be coming into some partnerships in March and getting along with a lot of people who are trying to help you bring alive some thoughts that you already have. And I feel like you should be more focused on that than anything. Go back to the right path. Go back to what it is that you started out doing. And then once you get around these people, all you need to do is take a divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come into fruition. Yay! Okay, so that's all that I'm seeing for you, Capricorn. Oh, so I took it upon myself to go to the bottom of the deck, because I typically don't. But lately I've been very interested in it to see if it has any accuracy. And we got the Six of Earth, and then we got Do the Work in our clarifying deck. And I find it to be hilarious that both of those came out, because essentially this one is kind of a card to remind you to seize the opportunity and to I don't want to say divvy things out fairly, but there's a certain level of like fairness that comes with partnerships and everybody putting in, you know, the work that they're supposed to put in, and being fair, like having a level of fairness. So I don't know if you guys have any kind of legal situation going on where you have to divvy things up, but make sure that you're being fair, and that is the opportunity for you if it is something like where you're signing contracts and you're starting up a business or anything like that. And also, again, do the work. So it just confirms what we've been talking about. Make sure that you're doing the inner work. Make sure that you're doing your passion work. You only know what this work is. Make sure you're working on your things in 2020 of March, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. I love you so very much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading. I'm gonna go ahead and hop right in. So upon doing your reading, I feel as though you may feel like you're not completely 100% being yourself. And this may be due to your environment or the people that you're spending time with. Come into March, I feel like any of my readings are speaking generally, but in March 2020, I feel like you might start the month off feeling like you're not able to express yourself completely and wholly. And that's what I see with the enslaved prisoner, with the Six of Water in reverse, and with the Eight of Air in reverse. I feel as though you may be around people who, and this could be possibly people who you've known for some time now, and you know, because there's that kind of like history there, you may really respect their word and respect who they are as a person, but they may have these stagnant kind of ideas and ways of being where they don't really care too much for change. And just because they've been around so long, you may just, you just kind of allow it because you want to love them and you want them to be in your life, but they may be actually causing you to feel very restricted as a person. Some of you may experience some sort of gossip or like some little defamation, somebody talking that stuff behind your back, anything like that. You may experience things of that nature, but I really don't sense it. I just think I feel like you literally feel like you're in a bind. But in March, you're going to be free from that relationship, and honestly, it's all your choice. You can discern the type of people that you need to be in your life, or see the kind of pain that they're causing you and move forward. Or you can stick around with it and let this roll over until the next month, the next month, the next year, you see what I'm saying? So it's really all up to you, but you're going to feel more free, and you're going to feel more able to express yourself. And the same shows when I see the Seven of Air in reverse as well. So you have the 7 and the 8 in reverse, and both of these upright signify feeling trapped, abandoned, lack of resources, things of that nature. So in reverse, it just means that hope is restored and you're able to change your situation if you so choose. And then there'll be a lot of creation and inspiration, favorable prospects, like being in the right space with the right people, a lot of positivity. Also, this person may be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And the reason why I say that is because this popped out in the end, and I feel like it's just kind of giving you insight of someone who may be making you feel restricted or not like yourself. And I mean, I love my earth signs, but they do have a tendency to be of restrained character because they are earth. So that may be why you may be feeling more restricted around them, Aquarius. So just be aware of that. Maybe not. This could be a positive influence in your life. This could be someone who's coming in, who's bringing some grounding into your life, but I just wanted to warn against that. And then you may just have a really good luck with your work group, your family, your community this month as well. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe some of you are spending a lot more time with family and friends or people who you feel very close and in community with, but there just may be that one character. You know what I'm saying? That kind of throws things off, and that kind of like, yeah, rains on the parade because they got an attitude about something. But don't pay that any mind. Allow yourself to be excited. Allow yourself to move your projects forward. Now, in clarifying, you got successful funding. God is your source. Attracting, not chasing. Organize for success. Immediately upon looking at your cards, I want to say to some of you that it's time to launch your project. I know Aquarius enough to know that there's always something that you are trying to do to help the world, to, you know what I mean, to be a humanitarian, do what you guys do best and bring people together. And I feel like with this Organize for Success, I feel like it's kind of telling you, hey, you know, put your ducks in a row, figure out how you can make your dream an actuality, essentially. I say this a lot to you all, and maybe there's just some sort of delay. Maybe this whole drama situation and just feeling so out of place with this individual is making you feel not ready to take those next steps. But sometimes taking those next steps is what's going to get you out of your negative mind frame, if that makes any sense. And then successful funding. Some of you are probably scared about how you're going to get the money to do the things that you need to do, and that's where organization comes in. See who you can speak to, reach out to connections, reach out to your network, find out if there's anybody who would love to sponsor you. If not, try crowdfunding, a GoFundMe, anything like that to get the money that you need to start what you need to start. Again, get your ducks in a row. Remember, God is your source, and everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. You have plenty of abundance. Lean on your faith, Aquarius. Pray, meditate, talk out loud to God, write a letter to God, burn it, you know, to the universe, whatever the case may be. Do whatever it is you need to do to connect. Because I think you may be thinking that your source is your job or other people or a relationship or something of that nature. But remember, God, the universe, your higher self, that's the source. Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone that you chase after will run the other way because of the fears of the underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. I don't know what you're chasing, Aquarius, but if it's something that you feel like it's unattainable right now, it probably is. Keep that in mind for March 2020. Okay? And that's all that I'm seeing for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. So upon doing your reading, I feel like there is a lot of blockages. There may be a lot of like inconsistent energy or things not turning out the way you want them to. I feel like there's a lot of like resources that you're missing, or there's like resources that you're not able to obtain right now. A lot of stagnant energy. I feel like for some of you, you may be pregnant, especially when I see Gemini in the earth in reverse. I see some of you may be pregnant or parents of some sort. Some of you may, and I'm sorry to say this, some of you may be experiencing like pregnancy issues for my ladies out there. But I feel like there's just a lot of like material ruin, a lot of like economic distress, stuff like that. Like I just feel like there is a lot of just you feeling like you can't make the moves that you want to make in March, or there's like a lack of cooperation, or people, you know, telling you that they feel okay and that everything's okay, but it's not really okay. So that's causing like some type of arguments or issues. I just feel like there's a lot of negativity. This could be with a person that's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, just overall. And then even when I see the 4 of fire in reverse, I feel like there may be some kind of family issue or issues at work. Now this could be within the family. I feel like it may be, but for some of you it could be at work and with another community that you work with, and you kind of just lost faith in all of just whatever that is. Like everyone is just not working together, and that's making you feel kind of stuck. It's all that I am seeing. And it's putting a hold on your plans, I feel. It's something. It's keeping you from wanting to do the one thing that you want to do. And some of you may need a healer. And some of you may need to visit the doctor in March 2020 for something. Maybe not. Maybe you... I don't know. There's just so much negative and various energy going on. All I'm just seeing is lack and feeling stagnant and feeling irritated by the way that your life is going. And then when I see undines and mermaids, of course they signify communication and healing overall. So again, maybe that's the message right there. Maybe your communication needs some healing in March 2020. Maybe you do, because again, some of you may be pregnant, so you may be having pregnancy issues. And then so that's where the whole going to the doctor comes in. But I feel like there's an issue that you may need to actually verbally discuss with a person, especially if you're feeling stagnant, especially with an air sign, especially if they're particularly irritating you. That's all I see. I hate for it to be just such a negative, upside downy reading. So let's go ahead and get to your clarifiers. Do the work. God is your source. Visualize abundance in all forms. Clean energy food. Immediately when I saw this, I thought of Yemenia and undines and mermaids. It made me think like, okay, you may need to change your diet. Perhaps you're not eating the best of foods, especially for those of you who are pregnant. That may be, I'm not gonna say the source of your pregnancy issues if you're having any, but it may be causing the issues. And then for anyone else, you know when you doing a little too much on the Cheetos and the Doritos, like you know when you're doing too much. So make sure that you're eating better. When you fuel your body with healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attains golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Okay, visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And again, positive mind state, Pisces. I feel like I've had to tell you guys this a couple of times. Make sure that you are thinking positively. The way you view the world is going to always directly affect the way your world actually is. What you subconsciously think is what you bring into your reality. So be careful of that. God is your source. Make sure that you're praying. Make sure that you are always keeping in perspective that you are in control. Your higher self, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, that is the source of anything that you need. And you can always ask and tap in to that energy and do the work. So again, if it's something that you need to talk to someone about, if you're feeling stagnant, if it's a situation that you need to actually change, and only you know what that is, it's time to do that. It's time to work on that. And then just a little bonus piece, pay yourself first this month. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This is a loving form of self-care, ensures that you have the savings to invest in your present and your future. I instantly thought of the 3 of fire, and this is normally a card of fortune when it's upright, but by it being in reverse, it makes me automatically want to tell you that just because someone's not holding up their end of the bargain doesn't mean you can't do for you. Okay, Pisces. That's all I see for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. So I'm going to tell y'all right off the bat, your reading was the wild, wild west, honey. I couldn't... Maybe you have a lot of energy right now or in March. Like, you may be lit. It's your birthday month coming up. Like, it's lit. But at the same time, it's like, oh, y'all got a lot going on. Aries is coming out of, I feel, like this stagnant energy from other people, from themselves, just overall. You're coming out of this negative energy. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of sun shining in your face. There's going to be a lot of fortune and positivity and beauty going on around you. And again, it could just be because it's your birthday month and like, you know, you're just happy. But there's going to be a lot of positivity and a lot of fortune, a lot of opportunities coming your way. It's going to be a lot of recognition for how awesome you are. There's going to be a lot of community and a lot of people coming together. There is still some of that like stagnant energy in the background. People who... you would think that they're supposed to push you forward and be there for you in a certain way, but all they're really doing is holding you back. Only you know who those people are. But they're still in the background, but I feel like they're not in your life enough for it to be actually affecting you on a large scale. And then there's this, you spending too much money. You wilding out on the money train, and maybe it's because there's some extra money coming in. Maybe it's just overall like you just are kind of tired of feeling restricted, so you just kind of spending. And again, it's your birthday month, so you just might be like, I don't care, running up the credit card. No, boy. Make sure you are not doing that, because you're kind of throwing away everything that you've saved. And again, I'm seeing that in several cards, like you just kind of like this wild energy. And I think that's why your reading was so wild, because one, they had so much to say to you, but it was also like you just all over the place. So make sure you're being very, very careful with your money in March 2020, and you are learning lessons. You know those lessons. You know what you need to do, and you need to focus on that. Then there's also a message of, okay, working on your craft. Especially when you get fairies and sylphs and the Eight of Earth together. Study. It's time for you to sharpen your skills, whatever that skill is. It's time for you to be reading up on something. It's time for you to, if you are interested in exercise, make sure you're exercising more. Like, it's a skill. It's a passion project that you're supposed to be working on. And now it's time to tune up your skills, because you have the ability. You're absolutely supposed to be successful in those ventures, but you're not. You're actually causing some kind of stagnant energy by not working on your craft. You need to continue to work and not get into this place of like, I know what I'm doing, let me just relax. No. Go ahead and continue to work on your stuff, because that's the next step for you. If any of you are wondering, like, what am I supposed to be doing next? That's the next step. But again, watch out for this like tempting, like wild, sexy energy. I know you're feeling good, but that's just a distraction too, especially when I get the devil in reverse. And free yourself of any like mental chains. I feel like I've said this several times to you, Aries, in several readings. Like, free yourself of any limited mindsets that you have. You are the only person that can break out of those mental chains for yourself. And I feel like there might be an air sign coming into your life. This person may be in your life already, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, and they're just encouraging you and putting this kind of spin on your life is all that I'm seeing, because I did get a lot of air in your readings, all three of them, when I was trying to shuffle your stuff. So let's go ahead into your clarifying cards. I'm going to tell you all of the ones that you have, but I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to show you how many that you have. The main one that stuck out to me was focus on your priorities. Again, because your reading was so wild, and because there's like, okay, there's happiness, but then there's like these little sprinkles of like, make sure you got your shit together. Like, that's why I picked this one out. So where you put your focus is where you receive your outcomes. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Focus on your priorities, Aries. You know what those are. You know what you're supposed to be working on. You know what that passion project is. Focus on it. Don't let this energy distract you. Even even this air sign, this person that's coming into your life, they could help. They may be very helpful, but make sure that they're not distracting you or that they're on the same goal as you. Because there's going to be so much positive energy that you might just be going into old behavior patterns. But there's like, have the courage to ask for help. There's clearing debts. There's savings, again, with making sure that you're not spending all that you save. There's savings going on. Clean energy food. Make sure you're eating good. Visualize abundance in all forms. Pay yourself first. You see, that's a third money card. Make sure you're paying yourself first. You're putting money to the side. It is safe for you to receive. Dreams of abundance. God is your source. So again, make sure that you are reaching out to your divine. Make sure you are praying and meditating. Make sure that you think about positivity all the time. Help make this come true for you. This abundance, this fortune, help make it come through by visualizing all the things that you want. I'm telling you, visualization works, y'all. And let me know if y'all want a video on that. Get this energy under control for March. I'm happy for you all. I'm glad you're going to be seeing better days. Just make sure that you keep everything that you have said you would do under wraps. Okay, and that's all I see for you today, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading. We're gonna go ahead and hop right in. So instantly I saw your cards and I thought, you're in your head a lot in March 2020. You may be trying to figure something out in March 2020. And I do really feel like this is work related, especially when I see the 6 of Fire in reverse and the 4 of Fire in reverse and the 6 of Earth in reverse. I feel like there is some sort of corporate requirement, family requirement, job requirement, like work requirement that you're trying to avoid out of stubbornness. You may just feel some type of way. You feel like things aren't going a certain way. You just may be irritated by it. So you're just not doing anything at all. And that is unadvisable right now. Your reading is telling me that is not what needs to happen. And then of course, when I see the 9 of Fire, which this is my favorite card, I think that this always signifies mental work and doing the work internally. But when it's in reverse, it's as if you're trying to avoid that mental work or you're too focused on the material. And I think that might be causing an issue if you are overly focused on getting money for something that you're supposed to be doing, or just in general, if you're just over focused on work or getting paid or having the best clothes or whatever the case may be, like you are more focused on the earthly plane than on the spiritual plane. And I think that come March 2020, you're going to start to see the flaw in that, especially with the 8 of Water in reverse. This is a card of reflection and understanding the importance of your spirituality over your material world. And I mean, even with the Ace of Water, this is a card of balance, balancing like childhood behaviors versus like who you are now, and like finding that perfect middle, because that's what brings happiness. That's what brings balance. And I feel like you may be kind of ruminating on thoughts from before and the way things used to be, and that's causing depression. And then if you're thinking too far in the future, that's causing, anxiety. So if you're in the middle and you say to yourself, okay, that's what happened and this is where I want to go, but I'm going to do everything I can right now to make that happen, I feel like that will balance out any negative emotions that you're having. Especially when I see the Moon card as well, there may just be some sort of like, I see psychic instability. It's with the Moon and the 2 of Water. There's something clouding your natural judgment. You know what I mean? Something's clouding your judgment. Something's making you confused, and it could be this situation because you just can't quite figure out why something isn't happening or why things aren't going your way or whatever the case may be. But again, it just lets me know that you're in your head a lot in March 2020, which is a good thing in a sense where you do need to be thoughtful about your next steps, but don't do it so much to a point where it harms you. And then I see the Couple here, and then of course when I see the 2 of Water, the two of Water upright is always kind of like a relationship-y card, and when it's upside down it does warn of breakup. But because I have the Couple in upright, I really don't think that some of you are going to go through a breakup. It's possible, so that's only for a few of you. I'm just warning against it. And this could be offsetting all of these negative emotions, but I don't think there's going to be a breakup. I think there's just going to be a emphasis on your relationship and you spending a lot of time with that said person in March 2020. So let's go ahead and move on to your clarifying cards. Now, just look over these cards. Now, we all know with chakras, there's different colors, right? And so from here up, I think it's blue, there's like a purple, and then there's like a lavender for like your third eye or like your psychic connection or your spiritual connection. And look at that. Blues and purples all the way up. And that lets me know you're up here in the month of March. You all in your head. You all thinking about what you need to say, thinking about this, or trying to figure out your spiritual connection, which is, again, a beautiful thing. But let's go ahead and read these. So, exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Do the work. Focus on your priorities. And moonlighting. So, exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. I feel as though you have to get moving, Taurus. I know a lot of people dread the idea of exercise because we automatically think the gym, but for some of you it may not be weightlifting. It could be running, it could be yoga, it could be dancing, whatever it is to get your body moving. And I just received that message to actually move, to get those thoughts moving. Do the work, especially when I see the Six of Earth in reverse. I feel like it's kind of like not doing your work because you either A, can't figure it out, or B, you're mad about the way it's going. Make sure that you're actually working on it. You can't dream or pray about what you want to happen, expect it to appear for you. You have to make it work, Taurus. Focus on your priorities. You know what those are. If you are scattered or putting too much energy into everybody's things and not your things, this may be the time for you to focus on what's important. We were just talking about anxiety earlier, so it may just be that you're giving yourself anxiety by constantly like overly thinking about what's going to happen in the future or why something isn't happening in the future. Okay. And then also moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and will fully support you. You have to work on your stuff outside of work. For all of you working a 9-to-5 or working a job that you don't quite enjoy, make sure that you are coming home and working on your stuff, because that is your ticket out of this like humdrum everyday same. I feel like for some of you, you may just be so caught up in work and making money that you have completely stopped working on what your passion project is. So it might be time to get back into that, Taurus. A message of good faith for you, but for some of you, I'm looking underside the deck to test it out. Obstacles and blocks are lifted, and the Three of Air. Both cards signify that you are, what you think is blocking your way is not physically there, but you're still behaving as if it is. So make sure, Taurus, that you don't allow these blockages to get in your way in March 2020, okay? But that's all I see for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you dearly, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey, Gemini, welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. Overall, because you guys have been having a fantastic year so far, whether you realize it or not. Literally the sun shining in your face. Just so many beautiful and happy things happening in your life, again, whether you realize it or not. And some of you may be in the career of being a social communicator. Some of you may be a YouTuber, podcaster. I know I say this a lot. An advocate. You may be a salesperson. Some of you may be healers, which means you may be in actual Western medicine. You may just be, you know, a healer in the non-traditional sense, stuff like that. Like, you may be actually getting into what it is that you're supposed to do in March 2020. Like, it may start becoming more and more clear for you. And again, the sun is shining in your face, but the problem is you may be taking on a lot more than you intend to in March 2020. Like, you may just become a little bit over ambitious, and you may be putting too much on your plate, whether that be people, things, career opportunities, things of that nature. Like, you may just be trying to pile it all on and like drive through it, but it's going to sink. You're a little over ambitious, and so you may have to reel it in a little bit. I feel like that, and again, with the Six of Air, there's this air of distraction and possibly being a little too airy and a little bit all over the place, a little bit disquiet. Some of you may feel a little stagnant and stuck, so that may be where you're kind of like shaking shit up by trying to put so much on your plate at one time. But again, there's this kind of disquiet, this dispersing energy going on due to that. So make sure you're watching out for that in March 2020, and you're being careful to not be trying to overcompensate for something else. Pace yourself. I know you're excited. There's this good energy. There's love. You're divinely protected. Like, it's a lot of beautiful things happening in your life. Just make sure that you are pacing yourself. So let's go on to your clarifying. You got way more clarifying cards than I asked for. But that just means they have a lot of things to tell you. So we got attracting, not chasing. Organize for success. Have the courage to ask for help. Positivity, faith, and optimism. Detox your friendships. Sever vows of poverty. Words of abundance. I'm not going to get into detail of each and every one because a lot of them are self-explanatory. But I will say that organize for success and attracting, not chasing popped out for me mentally. And then, of course, when I have the 6 of air, it makes me think of that. You may be, and the 8 of water as well. Like, obviously, if you're all over the place, you need to organize your thoughts. So if you are like literally all over the place, like if you're here on Tuesday, there on Wednesday, like you're all over the place, you need to organize your schedule, get a solid step-by-step plan on what you're doing, especially if you are being over ambitious and you're taking on a lot. You can do it, but you can't do it sporadically, if that helps any of you. And same with attracting, not chasing. Some of you may be putting a lot on your plate so that you can get somewhere faster, which does have a chasing energy or a fearful energy, which thus pushes it further away from you. So if you're chasing a person or a thing, again, pace yourself. All you have to do is send out love, gratitude, and a welcoming energy and attract things to you. Chasing after love, chasing after people, chasing after careers is not going to bring them towards you. So you have to just pace yourself. Take your time, like I just said. Have the courage to ask for and accept help. If you know you're struggling and you know you need somebody to come in and help you with all your little ambitious plans, make sure that you're asking for it. Speak positively to yourself in March. Make sure that you are literally saying affirmations. And don't get into the habit of saying negative things about yourself and about your life. I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not going to accomplish this or that. Like, that literally brings those things into your reality. And sever vows of poverty. Stop telling yourself that you broke. I'm not even going to give you no more than that. Positivity, faith, and optimism. That's self-explanatory. Be positive. Be positive. Look at all these angels in your readings. Be positive. And detox your friendships. Be careful of people around you who do not have your best interest at heart. Your flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. Choose people to be with who are inspiring, generous, or supportive. Do not extend your energy to people that you know drain it. Period. You know who those people are. And being too kind or being avoidant and letting them linger is not helping you at all, Gemini. Okay? So just be careful of that. Again, organize yourself, pace yourself, and rid yourself of any negativity. And that's all I'm seeing for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe below. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. Let me say, it's been a couple months of like a little bit of a struggle for y'all. So I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that that's what you're going through. You may not be using your talents right now. I feel like you may have to struggle for some reason to learn lessons, and you don't learn them as quickly and in the way that you should. I feel like you might be a very talented, in tune person, and you're just not living up to your potential for some reason. You may be lacking like faith in oneself. You may be lacking faith in what you're capable of. You may be over focused on like material things and like gluttony and things of that nature, sex, alcohol, things of that nature. I feel like you are just, again, on a low vibrational end of things, but not I'm not going to say not on purpose. I feel like something has gotten you there. Something has pushed you to the edge of this like negativity that I'm constantly seeing in your readings, and you're not really working on your purpose. You're not working on anything that matters to you. I just received a message as if you are only focusing on the material world, only focusing on who it is that you can date, what it is that you can drink, smoke, like whatever the case may be. Like you're just so far on that end of the spectrum that you're not even living up to your potential. You're like kind of stopping at the halfway point of your potential to go like mess around with other things that may bring a lot more joy to you. Maybe you feel like you failed recently, but know that being at such a low vibrational point opens you up for more low vibrations in your life. I feel the need to tell all of you as a sign Cancer to get out of your own way and learn the lessons that you need to learn and move forward. So I feel like you're not just really living up to what you are, and they do have advice here, and this is the Outcast card that I'm reading over because I wanted to give you guys more of a message that's more helpful. If you find yourself in this situation, change immediately to avoid sinking into the abyss. Do not wait until pain knocks at your door to bring yourself back to reality. If this is not you and this is another person, help immediately to free him or her from freezing catharsis. Remember, he needs affection and understanding immediately. Yeah, complete your works of art, Cancer. That's literally all that's in your reading. Like there's really nothing else going on. They just need you to complete what it is that you know you're supposed to be doing. Let's go ahead and get to your clarifying. So you got pay yourself first, deservingness, unlimited ideas, God is your source, and focus on your priorities. Obviously, throughout the whole reading, focus on your priorities. Focus on what is important right now, what's realistically important, and what's practical. What is something that you need to be doing and not just partying and kicking it and, you know, and chilling. Like, no, really go and work on yourself and figure out what it is that you want. And as I touch the unlimited ideas, maybe for some of you, you don't feel like you have a life purpose. Maybe you just don't have something that you're passionate about right now and you don't have any business ideas. Like, I feel like I'm just getting the message to say, like, some of you just really just may feel lost. And I really hate to say that to you all, but you may really not feel like you have a purpose. So you're just kind of floating and working and just living life because you don't have one. But there's so many ideas out there. There's so much for you to tap into. Your mind is the infinite mind of the source of the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in. Ask what your life purpose is. Go on that spiritual journey. Go down that path for those who who feel like they do not have a life purpose. Go ahead and go down your spiritual journey. Do a little bit of meditation. Do a little bit of prayer. Ask for guidance. Ask your guides for help. Things of that nature, and see what they come up with. They'll give you an idea. Maybe it's already there and you're just not tapping into it. And remember that you deserve positivity. You deserve happiness in your life. If some of you are struggling with feeling important, feeling like you have a purpose, any of that, like, you deserve it. You deserve all the positivity coming your way. You do. And pay yourself first. So obviously, make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This is a loving form of self-care that ensures that you'll have savings and to invest in yourself and your future. This card is self-explanatory, but I also feel like sometimes you have to pay attention to yourself first. Put your needs first. And I know sometimes that sounds selfish to a lot of people, but remember that there's more in life. There's more to you, and it may just be time for you to figure out what that is, Cancer. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. And if you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey, Leo. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. So, first of all, you popped up in your own reading again. You pop up in your own reading all the time. That's so Leo of you. But overall, for you in the month of March, you're going to have a lot of positivity per usual, but you are going to kind of get that recognition and that balance for all of your skills. So you have to put in the effort and the work. So if you are thinking about going under some type of project or doing something or starting a new job, yes, this is your confirmation to do so. As long as you are putting in the effort, you have great leadership qualities, and people will notice you for that, and you will be rewarded for that. But you do have to make an effort. Not doing anything at all and expecting to be recognized is not going to cut it in March 2020, Leo. And as long as you keep a balance as well, make sure you stay positive and you strike a beautiful balance between who you used to be and who you are now, and you don't try to you don't revert backwards, but you also don't like push too far forward. You just keep this positivity about yourself, and you're going to have a great month. But do not become so over ambitious that your boat tips over in the month of March. Be very careful about being too over ambitious, stepping over people, stepping on people's toes, like doing a little too much as far as trying to get your goals accomplished. So you do have a positive month, but I don't know, stay balanced and put in the work, and you will be recognized the way you want to, Leo, in March 2020. There is a possible breakup, separation, or relationship issue that is going to possibly come up in March. For those of you that are in a relationship or in a situationship, whatever it is, I do not judge. Make sure that you are just aware of it. I feel like depending on the type of energy that this person brings into your life, they may no longer be suitable for you. And this could be not romantic. I mean, this could just be a very close relationship or friendship, but that's what I'm sensing for you. So let's go ahead and head into your clarifying cards, Leo. You got exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. God is your source. Detox your friendships. Windfall of abundance. Take a divinely guided chance. So, of course, with Windfall of Abundance, I instantly thought of all of the positivity that is coming your way in March 2020. You are going to have a great month. Typically, you guys always do, for the most part. I guess it's just an energy thing. You guys don't tend to like to be down for very long. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of positivity due to this. Be open to receiving. And know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, your health, and your charitable work. So that you're probably getting this peak for that exact reason. It's to support you and sustain you right now. So congrats on that. Lucky you. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. But if you are being a couch potato, stop it. Make sure that you are getting up and getting moving. Again, there's so many different ways to exercise. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You can always run, yoga, dance, stretch, whatever it is that exercise means to you. But make sure you're getting your body moving so that you can harness this positive energy, because I'm learning that when you're at a high frequency, you're kind of at a perfect point to manifest. So because you're going to have all of this positive energy, you want to hone in as much as you can by exercising and like getting that juice flowing, if that makes any sense for any of you all. God is your source. Remember that every time I see this card, I just think that this is you have to focus on your divine connection. Remember that, yes, you play a part in what happens in your life. Yes, the way you think and the way you move about this earthly plane it does matter. The way you do things does matter. But also remember that God is your source. The universe is your source. The infinite, the gods, whatever it is that you believe in, there is a source. There's a higher self within you. Remember that your faith and like the energy that you put towards having faith and being positive is what actually kind of fuels all the positivity that happens in your life. So always keep that in mind. And detox your friendships. Because I see this, the couple card, and then I seen this. Your abundance flow is affected by the people who you're spending time with. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. I don't know why every time I do your readings, Leo, whether it's love related or not, I feel like there is a ball and chain in your life. Whether this is a situation that you want to be in, but there's some complications, or if this is a person who genuinely does pull you down, there is somebody that is attached to you that you are kind of dragging along. But whether or not you're trying to notice it or not, it's a fact in a way. So you kind of need to discern who is actually a positive benefit to your life and who is actually holding you back. Be careful about that and take a divinely guided change. chance. I always say change when I see this card, but it's chance. And I think this is when this card here, Ace of Fire, says, you know, push and go, you know, and undertake some sort of project. I feel like that this is what it's causing you to do. Like, take a leap of faith. If you are being guided to do something, it might be time for you to go ahead and do that, Leo. Even with detoxing your friendships, maybe that's the thing. And maybe you're unsure about whether or not you should let that person go. But that's a confirmation that you should. But that's all I'm saying for you, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Oh, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and hop right in. So, instantly when I was doing your reading, I thought to myself, get back to work and stop being worried about the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be out here worried about the wrong stuff. So, instantly, I see that there's some sort of imbalance going on in your life. Yeah, some type of trouble, some type of obstacle, some type of foolishness going on. Maybe some type of stagnant energy and like plans not going the way that you anticipated them to go. And I don't know, and there's a breakup in the midst of things, a separation as well. Like, there's a lot of negative energy and things not being what they were supposed to be. There's a lot of excessive energy. Excessive spending going on. Perhaps maybe you just had like an influx of money and you're just like, you know, you throwing it all out. But it's time to kind of rein it in, Virgo. I feel like and it's funny because oh, I wish I can show you your cards, because you have this flip of energy. You have like this negative, and then there's like this complete flip of energy of positivity. But I'll talk about the negative first. I feel like your negative is being surrounded by the devil in reverse, which basically means that it is a lot of negative energy around you. It's just not enough for it to be a warning, but it is enough. Like, there is a negative halo around you. Excessive spending, imbalance, things not going the way you want them to, things of that nature, and being like stingy with your money and kind of only worried about money and like forgetting about all of the other things that you're supposed to do, like actually not working on the shit you're supposed to be working on. But there is some hope. The Four of Water in reverse does represent that there is the ability to get an opportunity back, or the ability to like restore something that was lost. So you will be able to like kind of fix the situation. It's just, it's time for you to kind of get back on the saddle. With a message from Fire in reverse, it's a reminder that because things are going cool and you're having a good time and everything like that, there's still some work to be done, and it's time for you to get back to it and not forget what it is that you were supposed to be doing in the first place. And then there's the sun shining. So again, it's night and day. There's a lot of negative and there's a lot of like, get it together. And then there's like this card, which signifies that there is some fortune, there is some positivity coming your way. If you're off your block in any way, you're actually creating a mental block or like mental issues for yourself. I feel like that hesitation and delays caused by you is speaking directly to you. I think you are literally getting in your own way, Virgo, in the month of March. So as long as you get out your own way, you're going to experience this sun, but you have to get out of your own way. So let's see what kind of messages they have for you. What messages do you have for Virgo in March 2020? Face your financial fears. No more complaining. Block out distractions. Do the work. Pay yourself first. Now, immediately, you know, when I saw do the work, get back to it. That's what I said at the beginning of the reading. Get back to it and block out distractions. Sex, money, gluttony, jealousy, envy, worried about everything else but what you're supposed to be worried about money, anything like that. It's time to block it out and get back to what you were doing. You know what that something is. The moment I just said that to you, something popped up in your head. That is the something. Your divine speaks to you through your intuition. No more complaining. If you are always focusing on the negative, if you are always speaking that over your life, it's a kind of like an affirmation over your life. Do not complain. Try, even if it takes for you to try 24 hours of just not complaining and watching what you say. Or when you do have a complaint, or like when you do have a complaint, you say to yourself, you know, I don't know, if I say, oh, I can't stand my shoes, follow that thought up with, well, you know what, I'll get some new shoes, or these are the best shoes, these are the most comfortable shoes in my closet. Things of that nature. I know it sounds silly, but it changes your the way you're thinking, which thus changes your energy. Face your financial fears. Remember that everyone has had financial issues before. I guess what the message that immediately comes to my mind is, what are you going to do to fix them? Okay. And then of course that's followed up with pay yourself first. So of course, put some money to the side. When you get paid, don't immediately go start paying bills. Put 10%, 25%, whatever it is you're budgeting, however it is you're managing your money, put that money to the side for the future and for yourself. And pay attention to yourself first. Don't worry about other people right now. Okay? But that is all I'm seeing for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, Libra, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and hop right in. So immediately upon your reading, there is a lot of negativity, but you know what? I'm going to talk you through it all. I feel like there is a lot of lack of communication. That came up at least 3 or 4 times throughout your reading. There is a lot of lack of communication, lack of understanding. I do believe that this is in a romantic relationship. This could be a past one, this could be a current one, but I feel like it is someone that you may have been involved in, because I feel like your group relationships, your relationships with people that are working with you and not against you, are going perfectly fine. You'll be recognized for any kind of skill that you show, and when I see these 2 cards together, it made me immediately think like in your work life, in your project, in something that you're working towards, some sort of group of people or collaborative situation. I feel like anybody who's working with you, you're fine with. Whoever this individual is, or these individuals are that you are working opposite of, or you feel like they're kind of working against you, that's where the work is going to need to be, because I feel like they're causing a lot of psychic issues. This could be a breakup, this could be some sort of separation, but there's a lot of just not being on the same page, and it's kind of depressing your world a little bit and making you kind of like illusionary, like making you kind of disillusioned, like you just don't know what's going on and you're confused, and it's just such a heavy situation that it's even confusing you about what the hell is going on. Like and even if you see like the 7 of water in reverse, you see how he has all of that dark aura around him. It's as if this person is circling you with all of these like issues and all of these problems, and it's causing you to take a more selfish and self-centered approach to them or to life overall. I just feel like they're just really distracting you, and there's just a lot of buzzing noise in your ear. So I feel like there may be something that you are avoiding learning, a lesson that you are trying to get away from that you just can't. It's almost a definite truth, but I also feel like there is some financial loss that's coming up too, and you're kind of worried about it. But I don't feel like you should worry about it too much, because there is going to be some recognition, and I feel like that recognition might be financial. It's a very mixed reading for you, Libra. I'll be honest, it's very mixed. It's a lot of heaviness, but the heaviness is light. I just feel like you have to work on this lack of communication, and don't get too caught up in like arrogance either and feeling above others. Be careful with that as well. So let's look at your clarifying cards. We have a partnership, quiet retreat, focus on your priorities, face your financial fears. And again, just like we were talking about, if you are experiencing some type of financial loss, when you are honest with yourself about the fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness. And you'll realize that in fact you have nothing to fear. Every successful person has struggled and released self-doubts. So you know you're not the only one. It happens. I think, Libra, this is typical of you to be worried about money. And this may be time for you to not, and just kind of let that go and don't worry about it as much, because it happens to everybody, and it doesn't make you any less of a person for having financial issues. Like you don't have to think so negatively about yourself when you have financial issues. Focus on your priorities. And again, maybe this is just taking your attention away from whatever this little drama is. Whoever is positive in your life, whatever is positive in your life, I feel like put them as a high priority and don't focus so much on whatever this negative energy is. Quiet retreat. Again, this person is very, very distracting to you, and they're causing a lot of confusion and a lot of mental confusion, and it may be time for quiet retreat so that you can understand what is it that you think. What is it that you feel? And you're not so distracted by this energy that's being brought upon you, because I really don't think that it's your energy. I think it's this person's energy or this situation's energy. And they may just be buzzing around, or people buzzing around with all of their energies, and you're taking them on thinking that they're yours, but they're not. So it might be time for you to get away. And partnership. Again, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help and from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So remember, again, like I said, anybody who's working with you, the relationship is fine. Anybody that's working against you is causing an issue right now. So if they don't bring that sense of partnership or community to you, Libra, it may be time to let them go, okay? But that is all I'm seeing for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. So, okay. Your reading was just as wild as Aries. So it was a lot of cards popping out and a lot of information popping out, but it's very repetitive as well. I don't know, you have a very mixed reading. I know that 2 of your cards, which is Zapana and Yemenia in reverse, both warn of imbalance and the need to go to the doctor. So if any of you are sick or experiencing some sort of illness, or someone around you is experiencing some sort of illness, be sure to go get that figured out and checked out. This reading makes me feel torn, because there's a lot of positivity, but a lot of the positivity is in reverse. So for some of you, you may be losing a job, but then on the other end, you may be coming into one. In fact, let's clarify. What does Scorpio need to know for March 2020? Okay. That's cleared it up a lot. Okay, there is a lot of back and forth, because there is a lot of back and forth. I feel like some of you may be coming into new jobs. There is a lot of change on the way, which is what Iku represents, but in reverse, there's a lot of irritation and a lot of things not going the way that they're supposed to. So I feel like you guys may be in transition. You may be leaving a job and going to another, or leaving a state of mind and going to another, deciding to start a new business, some sort of transition, which is why there's so much old and new energy here. There's even the guardian angel, which means that there's some sort of love, there's some sort of protection. It's like it's so much up and down. Like there could be positivity, but it depends on who it is you're around and what it is that you are doing. And I feel like the need to say, like, stay up. Make sure that you're staying balanced and staying in a positive mind frame, because there is this possibility of negativity. Like it's like everything could go either way. Like you could change, and then there could be like a person around you that wants you to stay the same. You could change jobs, and it could be a person, you can be in a mind state of like, I don't want to be here. Like it's just so much up and down that it makes me feel up and down. So I'm not able to give a clear reading. I just know a lot of things are coming to an end. You may be losing a lot of money and a lot of resources, but this may be for the greater good. And there's also a lot of information about blending of contracts and associations. Make sure that you are keeping a level head if you guys are doing some type of like formal separation or a marriage or anything, any kind of signing of contracts, starting a business with somebody. Make sure that you are looking over everything and checking that ish twice. Make sure that it all makes sense, and make sure that you're not making any decisions based off your relationship with these people, if that makes any sense. And again, here goes lack of resources again. So you guys are losing something, but I feel like you have the opportunity to gain depending on what your mental state is. Okay, so let's move on to your clarifying cards. No more complaining, raise or promotion, positivity, faith and optimism, the power of prayer, clearing your debts, windfall of abundance. So again, with that raise and promotion, you guys may be moving jobs. An increase of abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based upon your divine guidance. Keep up the good work, and especially paired with windfall of abundance. I feel like there is some positivity coming, but for some reason, you guys' positivity is paired with negativity. No more complaining. So remember, positivity, optimism, and faith. So because you're teetering on the good and bad, you want to always teeter towards good. So make sure that you're not speaking any negativities over yourself and complaining about everything that's going wrong, because you're bringing more of that in your life. And stay positive and optimistic, and you'll always lean on that positive side, if that makes any sense. Clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear and present obligations and future ones as well. So I feel like, especially with this loss of money, maybe you guys are paying off debt, and maybe that's what it is, and maybe that's what's making it so heavy, because money's so tight because you're giving it out to these debts. But stay on top of it, because once it's clear, you have the world of money to, you know, all your money is yours, essentially. Like, you don't have to give it out to anyone. So stay on that path, Scorpio, if that's what you're doing. And power of prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing and being open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon divine guidance that God gives you in response to your prayers. So make sure that you are praying about it. If you guys are experiencing some type of heaviness, some type of horribleness in your life, lack of communication, some type of, like, you know, dark shadows over your life, like, make sure that you are praying and meditating about it. Whatever it is that you believe in, get that off your chest and ask for guidance, because oftentimes we're giving more guidance than we pay attention to. Okay, but that's all I see for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye. Yes, welcome to your reading. Okay, so we're just gonna hop right in with the Two of Earth and even the Four of Earth, and even possibly a message from Fire. I feel the need to say that you are having a hard time being balanced and being in one situation or another. You may feel split, or be split. Maybe some of you are dealing with a long distance situation, or you are trying to balance like your financial and your personal life, or like there's some sort of balancing something and you may not be doing a very good job at it. You may be over focused on money and your career and like things of that nature, and or not. Maybe you are on the opposite, the complete opposite end, where you're just so relaxed, where you're not doing anything you're supposed to do. The message from Fire brings the message for you to get back to work and focus on the things that are being told to you, is to kind of get back to work, get back refocused. If you're because I feel like overthinking right now is causing, it's a possibility that you're overthinking, and if you are overthinking, it's causing you to either not do nothing at all or causing you to do too much. And this is kind of like a reminder for you to get back to it and remind yourself why you started and what it is that you were supposed to be doing, so that way you can get back balanced. I feel like also there's maybe some type of love interest, some type of new stage of friendship, partnership, love. And it could just be just a balance of you coming into who you are and you deciding to choose you over whatever else. But I feel like that is where the positivity is coming from. And maybe that's where this like inability to balance is coming from, because you're trying to stay true to yourself, but at the same time you're trying to do all of these other things on the side, whether it's making money, whether it's make people happy, whatever the case may be. Like, you're having a hard time balancing what you really want and what's kind of like what you feel obligated to, if that makes any sense. And it's funny because you got the sun and the moon in the exact same reading, night and day, right? What I'm picturing is you are trying to go in a certain direction because it's positive for you and because it's something that you really believe in and that you enjoy. But there is something or someone that is attached to you energetically that you keep having to look back and check on. And it kind of depresses you and holds you back to a degree. I mean, quite frankly, like, I feel like, especially with the distorted thinking, difficult or hindered talk, lack of communication, because again, I feel like you, the old you, something is making you underestimate yourself and distorting what you know that you're supposed to be progressing toward. And that's why, like, this reading just feels so like, even looking at this card, it's like it's like the negative you is meeting the positive you. You know what I mean? The negative you is meeting the positive you. Inability to be two places at once. Like, I feel like you're trying to become a new person, but the old you is holding you back, or you are becoming a new person, but there's a person that's trying to hold you back. Like, I feel like you're not able to marry the two, and you really need to be able to. So let's go ahead to your clarifying cards. Focus on your priorities. Pay yourself first. Successful funding. clearing debts, face your financial fears, partnership, deservingness. So you guys had such a weird time for me to get clarifiers because every single card out of the daggone deck wanted to come out for you guys. So I know there's a lot of messages for you, but of course, focus on your priorities. Do what you're trying to do. Don't let this old you, this person, this situation, whatever hold you back. Go push forward. Don't look back. Don't check on them. Don't try to be there for that and this at the same time. Just go forward as the person that you are, or marry the two and deal with your things as you move forward. Pay yourself first. Pay attention to yourself first. Put money to the side for you first. And successful funding automatically makes me think of you putting money and energy into the things that you are trying to make come alive. And face your financial fears and clearing debts as well. Same. Get your money in order, Sag. I just feel like if it's time to pay some money off and put some money to pay some money off. Pay some debts off, put some money to the side, you know, get real about your financial situation so you can make things happen, and then see if you can get into crowdfunding if you're trying to get some money to fund the venture that you're trying to make come alive. Deservingness and partnership. And again, only allow people around you that help you and progress you forward. Don't allow people around you that are going to keep you back. Keep you going backwards. And I mean, some of you may be coming into a partnership, like there may be someone new coming into your life that's trying to help and that's trying to bring this light and this positivity into your life. So again, just be discerning, make sure that they're a supportive partner, a supportive person in your personal life and your career. And remember that you deserve all that you're looking for, all that you're trying to do. No matter what you've done in the past, no matter what's happened to you in the past, you deserve all of the love that you're trying to get, all of the success that you're trying to get. Okay, Sag? That's all I have for you, Sag. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with anything that I said, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe below. I love you so much, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.